Ladies and gentlemen, the hype train has officially left the station. Treyarch has just dropped the first official in-game shots of DLC 4. We have a gameplay screenshot and we have a video cinematic. Someone's got to pinch me here because I think I'm dreaming, but this is real. We're going to waste no further time jumping straight into both of them one at a time, starting first with our trailer teaser. If you guys are excited, because you should be, smash that thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts. Let's get into it.
Log entry 1469, date August 28th, 1945.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we have just caught the first glimpse of what seems to be a gameplay trailer or gameplay intro to this map. Now, where oh where could this location be? Well, guys and girls, this has just added more fuel to the fire of Call of the Dead being our DLC 4 map, as if we listen to Richtofen specifically, we hear him mention a date, August 28th, 1945. And in the chronorium, in between August 1st and August 31st, the test subjects arrive at the Siberian facility for Richtofen's experiments. What we're hearing in that trailer is the very first moments of Ultimus Richtofen's experimentation on the original 3 Ultimus characters. What we are most likely seeing right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the origins of Call of the Dead, where it was the Siberian Group 935 facility where experimentation began on Nikolai, Takio, and Dempsey in the original storyline. This trailer was posted with the caption, "The past will awaken," and it sent chills down my spine watching that. Oh my god. So it seems we're going to be getting multiple of these before it builds up into the full thing. And this is very similar marketing to what we got for Ancient Evil. We got parts of the intro cinematic cutscene before it dropped fully at the end of the week. And it might look like what we got yesterday was simply a little recap of storyline. And this could be the actual intro cutscene. Full CGI, full gameplay shots. It looks unbelievable. Now, if we want even more further proof that this is indeed set in Call of the Dead, this log entry is a few days before the very first Call of the Dead radio, which was set in September 2nd, 1945. Literally 4 days before what we're seeing in this trailer. In that radio, it's also where the Mexican test subject, Pablo, also died. For those who just want to recap and also to get yourself in the headspace of this Richtofen specifically that we're hearing in this teaser trailer, I'll play that radio for you now.
Log entry 1471, date September 2nd, 1945. Died. Another day, another failure. This time, subject N3WB just blankly at the floor. The Russian subject still smells like urine, even after he was given a bath and deloused twice. And I think I might have killed the specimen from Mexico. His spleen is on the floor and he's not moving anymore. I can verify with certainty, however, that the barrier is not located in the spleen. Dr. Continue no matter the cost. I wonder what he might think of the experiment with the little girl. Nice! Drop that! That's my spleen!
But the fun doesn't stop there, as indeed Treyarch has given us our first in-game image from the DLC 4 map itself via a Twitter profile picture change. Jumping into Treyarch's profile picture, this is actually incredibly interesting because this is not just a random screenshot of scenery, this is a first-person view, like as if this is in the middle of a cutscene, with a character holding up a Samantha Maxis music box. This is one of those boxes that when you open, the Samantha doll will spin around playing a certain song. And what is mind-blowing about this, which you guys will definitely have not realized, is this is found in a Black Ops 3 map, and this is from Der Eisendrache. Specifically, in the living quarters, we have Samantha's bedroom. We also have a room that Maxis worked in and a room that Richtofen worked in, but Samantha's room has always held a lot of mystery. There's several drawings on the walls that depict things that happened throughout the Black Ops 3 story, and perhaps even going into the future. We have drawings of Samantha riding a dragon, which obviously reference Gorod Krovi. We have her in a forest with spiders for Zetsubo no Shima. There is just a lot of amazing things going on in this room. room, but if you walk up to the music box in this map, it plays a spine-tingling version of one of the classic zombie songs. It's quite clearly this character in this shot has opened the box and is either about to activate it to get it to spin and play that song, or they've just gone ahead and searched around the room and discovered that box. But looking at it in game, you can see it's on a bedside table in front of a candle with also a rocket, which links to some previous zombies maps, which is just fantastic. You don't realize how much foreshadowing there is in some of these maps, but obviously with this teaser shot, it's a completely different location. But one thing that stays the same between the Dreisendrach room and this shot is that in the background of this teaser, you can see a board with drawings up, and that is the drawings of Samantha yet again. Unfortunately, the drawings are just so low resolution with their profile picture that we can't work out anything. One of them, particularly the one that's near the bottom right of that board, looks brand new, whilst the other one looks to be a drawing of Samantha with Fluffy, her dog. Both brand new drawings that we've never seen before, so where on earth is this shot taking place in this teaser? Because obviously this music box, we've only ever seen this box in Dreisendrach, so you'd want to think that we could be going back through all the old maps and history to see this room again. But it looks far too different from the Dreisendrach one to be the same unless it's a different time period or something really wrong has happened in this area. We know that Maxis, Richtofen, and Samantha all lived in these living quarters in Dreisendrach at some point, but we've never seen any part of that physically. So for all we know, this could be some incredible flashback of perhaps Richtofen's life, where as he was working there, he came across this music box. One thing I will say as well is just how cool this shot looks though. It looks like this is something that's either going to happen in-game or it's actually during a cutscene. So that's incredibly exciting that Treyarch are teasing another potential cutscene on us this week, and we actually have a shot because this is first person, we can see the view hands and we can see that box open. At first, I thought the background was maybe like Blood of the Dead or something because the walls are very barren. We do have some different boards up in that section of his lab, particularly where the layout of the map is, where we place all the different red orbs during the Easter egg for them to match up and reveal that frozen pod hiding behind the wall. Some people are suspecting that this could actually be a new version of the monkey bomb or a replacement where you'll throw a music box down with Samantha's lullaby playing. I think that would actually be really, really freaky, but in the coolest way possible. We obviously had something similar in World War II zombies with the jack-in-the-boxes, but I think this would be absolutely awesome of an idea. But one thing that's never ever explained is we're in a completely different timeline here, yet the music box is of the Samantha that comes out of the MPD during Moon, which is incredibly interesting and perplexing because even back in the day we had no real idea why we had that version in the Dreisendrach room of a completely different version of Samantha, but as we now know throughout Black Ops 3 and 4, that Samantha is basically the same Samantha. And there's one thing that Treyarch definitely has foreshadowed within this room that we have not paid attention to, and it's this drawing in particular where Samantha is asleep at night and she's visited by a keeper who comes through the window. I made a video about this like 2 years ago, explaining why in Kino der Toten you have two versions of her bedroom. You have the normal version and then a demonic, hell ripped apart version, and that's what happens if you keep the window open. We've never seen the consequence of this particular night's sleep that Samantha had inside of zombies yet, so that could be something that could be explored within the DLC. The more I look at the view hands of this character, I definitely think that it is Edward Richtofen who is opening up this box, but where is he? What is going on? This is such a vague teaser, but also incredibly exciting. Another theory I had was when I was watching back the Revelations intro cutscene as well as the director's cut that came out afterwards, and thinking that this could actually be one of the children coming across this box within the house itself. And as children do within a house, they would probably end up drawing stuff and having those on the walls, but there's definitely something very, very intriguing about this that doesn't quite make sense. But I believe that this is a revisiting of Samantha's room in Dreisendrach for some reason or another. So with that trailer teaser seeming all but to confirm that this is indeed set in Call of the Dead, where on earth is this image we're seeing with Samantha's box taking place? Now that we put 2 and 2 together, we also know that in the backstory of this map in the Siberian facility, Richtofen was actually experimenting on Samantha as well, experimenting on her behind Dr. Maxis's back. Perhaps in tricking Samantha into experiments on her, he created an area where she could play and feel safe, and that's why she's gone ahead and drawn what we see in the background. But this is linking in Ultimus Richtofen's evilness with what happens in that timeline, but yet it's culminating with a different Ultimus and of course Primus seeing their original demise into what became the Ultimus crew and what really happened to them all the way back in the start of the storyline. And with Treyarch's wording in the tweet, something in this facility is going to be awoken, and it's something that's been hidden, that's not been mentioned before, but I'm so goddamn excited. If you've watched all the way through this video, you are an absolute legend. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe with the bell turned on so you don't miss out when the next teasers drop. But holy guac, I reckon this is going to be a crazy week for zombies teasers, and I cannot wait for it. So I'll hopefully catch you for another video very, very soon.